Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are taking on the Redzone Cooler stage. So what I did here is, sorry, oh, it's like not staying when I pause it, weird, okay. So I was going to try to pause it here and go over my team, but also let go. So I'm going over a recording. I just happened to not be around my computer at the time that I did this run, but I did get a clear of it, so I wanted to get that on here. So we're running the STR Goku Gohan team. Now, this is a bugged run, so I did this run while Cooler was bugged. At the time of this recording, I believe Cooler has been fixed. The bug on this was that the final phase of Cooler could not super you. So you're going to notice in this run, I do not get super attacked once by the final stage of Cooler, which makes this way easier, right? Obviously, I do believe this team it's possible to get it done, because I think the same run could have been fine. It just depends on where those supers would have come had he supered. I definitely have units that could have tanked it just fine or dodged it or whatever, right? So it just took some of the RNG out of the fight, getting it done a little bit easier. But I really focus on AGL Kid Gohan and then Tech Ultimate Gohan and just getting them stacked up. I do really like them together on rotation. They share enough links that they're actually a decent enough rotation together, and they both stack defense really well. They both don't, they don't hit crazy hard, which is actually a good thing because then you get more time to stack up with them, right? The goal with the STR Goku and Gohan here is basically you want to get them as many supers as possible so you can get transformed into STR Gohan, and then the goal is to get STR Gohan to take a bunch of hits so that he gets guaranteed guard for the rest of the fight, right? Because STR Gohan is a defensive god. It's just in some of these hard red zone fights or like Cell Max, like it's actually hard to just get him transformed in time, right? So that's sometimes the struggle here. So yeah, here we've got Tech Ultimate Gohan. I think what happens is because they ended up on different rotations, I just leave Tech Ultimate Gohan and AGL Gohan on separate rotations. But normally I like to run them together if I can. But this worked out fine because otherwise I'd have to slap like the two STR Gokus together, which until you get one transformed, they're not linking, right? So, and then I've got Xeno Goku. He's a good support unit. He does stack defense. He doesn't really stack fast enough for like some of the newer hard content. If he has type advantage in the last phase, he can sometimes get by, but he's a little bit riskier play here, but still a very good unit, and we'll still have an easy A coming at some point. So the Xeno Goku, Xeno Vegeta, very good units from the Hero Celebration. But you can see they're taking 25k normals from him. Not too good early on, right? Obviously, Tech God Goku here, he's doing his thing because of all the damage reduction. Here I'm double checking what Gohan's active skill was because I kind of forgot, but yeah, we're getting a 2-turn defense buff here and a heal, which I kind of needed the heal. So I went ahead and used it here. I did decide to float the Tech God Goku off, mostly because I need AGL Kid Gohan to stack, and the STR Goku Gohan, I need to get them transformed. They're going to be a little bit of a liability untransformed. The thing I like about their build, though, is they do have that like high chance to dodge after they super. So as long as they're not in slot 1, you can still bank on maybe getting a dodge or two that you need. But the goal is really just to get them supering a lot to get into Gohan. Because that STR Gohan, like that transformed Gohan is one of the best TURs in the game. Like he's crazy. With his guaranteed guard, his defense gets crazy after guarding. Like he's awesome, right? So we'll see. By the way, I can talk a little bit about the cooler stuff here. So I literally am recording this, and I think I'm going to post this like immediately. So this will go up like probably right before or like right as the worldwide banners are going up. I'll get a summon video up on that. But I just got done doing a little live stream here with 5-9 Gaming. We watched the Dokkan Now together. There was a few new tidbits in there that was kind of interesting. So the big thing was we already knew like the Cooler and the Goku already got leaked. And then the Piccolo banner unit, which the Piccolo banner unit, by the way, is absolutely insane. Like he's such a good banner unit. Very, very excited for him. Because he's got like guard, like guaranteed guard, which is he's gonna be awesome. So very excited. Finally getting a really good banner unit Piccolo is gonna be really nice. Now, what they showed in there that was a little bit more interesting was that STR Namek Goku's EZA information and Full Power Frieza's EZA information. I do want to try them out in game before I fully judge them, but my take on the Frieza is he's pretty much hot garbage. Like they literally did not do enough for his EZA. They didn't give him enough defense, I don't think. But just on paper, he looks very bad. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. Namek Goku, I think, could be fine. Like, they made it so he has to get hit less to get his full passive up. He still stacks defense transformed, actually, They gave him orb changing on his rage mode, which that's whatever. Like, the rage mode isn't like the craziest thing, but I think S-tier Namek Goku is going to be a pretty nice unit. I like his leader skill as well. He got Super Saiyans and Namek Saga full 170, which is good. It's nice to have like a good super class Namek Saga league, because there are some good super class Namek Saga characters. So that's really nice for that. All right, so we get Gohan transformed here. Obviously, we get guard for his first 2 turns. So against AGL Cooler, we're perfectly fine here. When you transform Gohan, though, you need to get hit 6 times to keep guaranteed guard for the rest of the fight. So you got to make sure in Gohan's first 2 turns that he gets hit at least 6 times, right? Which is why I recommend don't give this guy any dodge. Let the untransformed state, let their built-in dodge be the dodge that you use, but you don't really want this Gohan dodging, right? The STR one. So you do, because that could really mess you up if you're getting like your 6th hit to get the guaranteed guard, and then all of a sudden you dodge it. Like, that could actually like ruin a run. So you got to be really, really, really careful there, right? Okay, so we've got Tech God Goku. The thing with Tech God Goku, he's actually not good in the Redzone Frieza, because Redzone Frieza is not a movie boss. So that, it's actually like one of these hard stages he's not viable in, right? So, but we can use him here on Cooler, because Cooler is for sure a movie boss. So he works really, really good here. The thing that's really cool, this new Rising Carnival Goku that's coming out for Worldwide, he's a full 200% lead for Powerful Comeback. There are some pretty fun, decent units on that Powerful Comeback. Plus S-tier Namek Goku with his EZA. So, and Tech Ultimate Gohan's on there, so he's getting a 200% leader skill. So I definitely think there's going to be some fun team comps there, and obviously more units will be coming. I mean, Powerful Comeback probably wouldn't have been my #1 choice for his leader skill, but it's decent enough, I guess. I think it could be criticized a little bit. All right, so here we're on the final Cooler phase. And, you know, I'm playing it like he can super. Like, I'm not sure at this point, right? But I had heard about the bug, so I knew. But basically, this final form of Cooler here will not super me this entire fight. So this is kind of where I get the easy pass. As long as my units are good enough to tank normals, like, you're pretty much good on here. So hopefully those of you that maybe struggle with Redzone, maybe you got this done while the glitch was active. But at the time of recording, the glitch has been fixed, because we actually ran the stage on stream tonight, and Cooler did super attack in that final phase. So they did fix it with the data download, which I kind of figured they would do, right? They don't want to let that sit for too long, because the whole idea with that is that they want it to be difficult so that you summon for the new units, right? So they don't want to leave this glitch Cooler in there very long, because they want people to summon for the new units, which people are going to summon anyways, right? The new banner format is interesting, because basically instead of doing 2 Dokkan Fests, instead of doing a dual Dokkan Fest, right, and then following that up with like a double Legendary Summon banner, what they're doing instead is they're doing a Dokkan Fest with a Carnival banner in part 1, and then in part 2 doing another Dokkan Fest and a Carnival banner. So rather than throwing all their eggs into part 1, they're actually spreading out the content evenly from part 1 and 2 for summons, which is smart on their end. Because what happens is, normally we go crazy for the part 1 units, because those are always the better units, so they're more hype units. And then people will either be out of stones or like not care as much about the legendary banner in part 2. So I'm sure they noticed in the demographic that people were not summoning in part 2. This now, they're going to get a lot more summons in part 2, because we still have some of the like really hype units that haven't come yet, right? There's a... You know, because people are wondering, like, oh, no banner unit on Goku's banner? Because, like, the Cooler banner has this really good banner unit Piccolo, but the Goku doesn't have that, and that's because that's the equivalent of, like, the Legendary Summon banner, which doesn't come with other new units, right? So, what'll happen is in part 1, Cooler's the Dokkan Fest, Goku's the Carnival banner, which means in part 2, I think the Extreme unit will be the Carnival banner, and I believe they alluded to it will be, like, Metal Cooler movie, so it'll probably be a Metal Cooler. So that'll be that, and then the Dokkan Fest will be whatever the super class unit is. Could be like a Vegeta Goku card, could be some other Joint Forces card, could be maybe just a base form Goku or a Kaioken Goku, we don't know, right? Could be anything, but then on that Dokkan Fest banner, there could be like a Thouser. Like whatever the Extreme banner unit's going to be, it's going to be on that banner. So it's a little bit different format, and the thing that kind of surprised me that we found out is the Carnival banner actually has a whole new kind of coin, right? So it's not a blue coin. It's actually a brand new coin. It's a Carnival coin. So We'll have to see what that exchange looks like. The weird thing is it's going to launch and probably have like nothing available in the exchange unless they're going to let you exchange for the yellow coin units that are on that current carnival banner featured. Maybe they'll let you do that. But otherwise, you know, my thought would be it would only be these carnival release units like the Goku. What they might do, what I feel like they're going to do is like with these carnival units, I think they're still going to be yellow coin LRs. Like I think that it'll be a carnival banner and then you'll be able to get them with the carnival coins, right? But then if another LR banner comes up, I could see them maybe being unfeatured in that pool. I could also see it being the other way though, where they make them very limited and they only come back unfeatured on other carnival banners. So we don't really know. It's too early to tell because it's a whole new type of banner mechanic, but I'm just hoping that the rates are good on it. So it's the carnival banner, it's 7 featured LRs, which is kind of crazy. Global's getting a big shaft because JP is getting S tier Kaioken Goku. And I knew Global wasn't going to get it because he literally was just on the 7th anniversary, right? So the global version isn't nearly as good as the JP version, but we'll see. I heard somebody during the stream said it's going to be a 10 featured unit banner, which I could see as being very likely. There was a part of me hoping for like a double rates, but I don't think it is double rates. And it's not just the 7 featured units, right? So we'll have to wait and see for that as well. Obviously, at the time I'm recording this, I believe the banners are going to go live within the next, I don't know, 20 minutes to an hour. It's going to be soon, right? So very excited for that. But you can see we're just kind of trudging through this cooler fight here. This STR Gohan's just doing his thing, right? He's got the guard going. He's pretty much untouchable, especially against normals here. So literally, it's just us kind of pounding this cooler down. And he really doesn't do anything to us here because he can't super us. So we had a little bit easier of a run. I still need to get a Frieza run done. So if I get time tonight, like either before or like after I'm done doing summons on the worldwide, then I'll maybe try to record some Frieza runs. I made a really bad mistake the first day that these red zones came out. I was just kind of in Cell Max mentality where like I could just run them as much as I want. So I kind of like, my first run was like an AGL Bardock team. I wanted to see if I could get AGL Bardock through there. And obviously it didn't work. And then I even did another run where they didn't have the leader. So I went into the event quick to reset it and just like exit out. And I burned up my 3 uses. I forgot it was only 3 uses because I'm used to running Cell Max now, which you get unlimited fights on, right? So that's the really bad part about Redzone. You're limited at 3 per day. So that's the main reason I haven't cleared Frieza yet. And he's pretty hard. Like, it's a pretty hard Redzone. It's definitely not the easiest one. I wouldn't say it's the hardest one either, but it's not easy. So I still got to get me a Frieza run on my channel. So we'll work on getting that recorded sometime within the next couple of days here. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, AGL Gohan, I don't really show my defense a ton here, but their defense is getting crazy. Like AGL Gohan, Tech Ultimate Gohan, they're in the like, 5, 6, 7, 800k defense range. Actually, I think Tech Ultimate Gohan might have been even at like 1,000,000 defense at one point in this video. Their defense gets pretty crazy. As long as you focus on stacking them and you don't go through the fight too quickly, that can really, really work out for you, right? So here, yeah, I just put Gohan in the front. I know against normals he's going to have enough defense. At this point, I'm pretty much sure that Cooler's not going to super me. But yeah, it showed the defense there. Gohan started turn defense was 310k, but he gets defense when he guards, so he would add more defense there. But yeah, I decided to throw God Goku here in the front just to be sure, because God Goku for sure can't take damage here. Not with 77% damage reduction, only taking normals. There's just no way. So I think it's on this turn, maybe the next turn that we finish off Cooler. So I might do some other runs on this Cooler now that he's fixed, obviously, because, it's not as legit when you've got a bugged unit, right? But it's just nice to get it done, right? Get it out of the way. And I do really like the STR Goku Gohan. Really, what hinges on them being viable and hard content is can you get them transformed in a reasonable amount of time? If you can't, they're often going to get you killed. But if you can get into this Gohan, the Gohan is a defensive beast. Which is why I'm excited for this banner unit Piccolo, because he seems like he's going to be a defensive god, which is really what you want from a Piccolo unit and from these banner units. They actually did a really good job. They learned their lesson from last year, because last year's Piccolo was not good at all. I mean, he's okay, right? His support passive is good. He has, the potential for orb changing and healing, right, which are good, but offensively, defensively, just not up to snuff, not up to par, right? So this new Piccolo, though, looks pretty wild. Pretty excited for the teams he's on. We should be finishing it up here with this Gohan. So you guys, let me know how you're liking these new Red Zone stages with Cooler and Frieza, if you beat them or not. So anyways, guys, there you go. There's my run, my clear there. Pretty hyped for Worldwide. Look forward to some summons coming up. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch y'all on the next one.